Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Malik Willis. You asked for it. You got it. Big game, Liberty, Virginia Tech. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. The idea for this video came from the Won't On Bomb. Can we get one on Malik Willis from Liberty? Man has crazy arm talent. 9 likes. Whew! Love it. Yes, you asked for it. You got it. I appreciate the suggestion. I had a blast breaking this one down. I mean, really talented. Ball jumps off of his arm. Dynamic runner, playmaker, getting outside the pocket, all sorts of good stuff. Really had a blast watching this one. Thank you for the suggestion. Keep them coming. I'm actually excited to watch a little bit more Liberty. Not sure what went down with the Bo Nix Auburn situation, but this guy can play, and I'm excited to watch more. So let's get it going, get the video rolling. Malik Willis having a day versus Virginia Tech. My goodness, up top, right out the gate, double move. Just massive route, soul crushing. Nice job just being able to put it on him. Sometimes those throws are the hardest ones. Little things that I loved from his game that show up a few times in this game is his manipulation of the middle field player. Now, this play is really the route up top. It's just a old school little down, out, and up. Turn right at the tree. Little recess route. Up, out, and then up. And it's just nasty right here on the up. Thing to pay attention to quarterback-wise here, he just manipulates this guy enough to not have him be a factor at all. Really nice job all the way around. Good stuff. Love seeing these types of big plays all over the film. Again, that route is just dirty. I think it's compounded because of the split being so wide, like breaking on that out, but they throw those outs from that split, and that's just nasty. Dirty, dirty, dirty. Quarterback-wise, though, just off his landmark, a tick. Control the middle field player, move to his left. Not able to totally set up, get through it. Nice, easy flick. Real nice job right there, throwing an accurate ball down the field. Now, this one up top, a little out. Again, from a little bit more condensed of a split. We'll go through this concept here because they run it a little bit later in the game as well. Put it on here because it shows the arm strength, not necessarily the accuracy. I think that there are, obviously got a cannon of an arm. That's the first thing that jumps off the film. Scheme-wise here, we're going to get this, again, what I'm used to calling like a hidden condensed split. So this is where that out is going. We hide that split when we do this short motion. So amateur hour, everybody's seen it. I always think of that Brady pick in the Superdome this year, I think first game of the season, on something similar to this into the boundary. What I don't love is that he takes this like outside stem. So to me, that just condenses the window, makes this thing tough. He also runs a square out. Now, maybe they run square outs. I think they're just harder, unnecessarily more difficult for everybody. And then we get this little stop route. He ends up coming back and hitting this later by moving in the pocket, which we'll show on the video that I really liked. Then on the other side, I can't pretend to tell you what this is. If you know what this is, let me know, because it looks like it's like a curl flat, but then the back is running like a seam. And they run it later and almost run into each other. Love to know what that read is. I have no idea. But this throw is on there because of the arm strength and the lack of accuracy, the lack of precision. I think that there are some footwork things for me that tether into that. First of all, I don't love the left foot false step. Say it all the time. But what I really don't love is the heel clickiness right there. Feet together like that. It's going to add a lot of movement to your throws, not be able to generate quite enough power, consistency of the stroke. And again, whose fault is it? I can't tell you if that's how they run outs. Whatever. It looks like he's putting his landing gear down to me with that weird violent motion there. But the throw certainly has got enough velocity to get out there outside the numbers. He also has a tendency to drift, in my opinion. So he's bringing himself to trouble. If you can see where the center snapping it, kind of gets over the guard-ish area. Definitely throws it over the guard area. But again, just the velocity, one more time so we can watch it kind of pop out of his hands here. Nothing but the velocity. Boom. That's a fastball. It's not really a true over the top. It's almost like a 3/4. Definitely showed multiple arm angles in this game as well. Love this throw. This is just a 50-yard throw after a spin. ridiculous. Nice catch on the sideline as well. This, I think, a third or fourth and short. They're really trying to get the ball to the flat, but this is just pure athleticism. Spin, easy flick, great finish there. Lots of good stuff. Scheme-wise, love it here, but really, I mean, this is pure Willis. They end up getting this, just this little, like, I think most people call it like a rub, speed, however you want to do it, where this guy's coming down and really trying to influence this underneath, so you come up and get this flat. That's really the play. If it's not there, this turns into a corner, like a delay corner. So it's usually just 1 to 2, back down to 3 here, kind of late if you really get push to the sidelines. Now, I know there's a lot of gurus out there that'll have you jump over bags, spin around things, twist out of cones, but never seen somebody do the full-on spin here and throw a 50-yard dime on the run. That's special. That's elite world-class quarterback play. I mean, you just don't see that from very many people ever. Explosive. So many good things. So much fun to watch. Really fun to watch. Auburn, not going to lie. No idea what you're doing. Touchdown right here. Little high-low, flat, no, corner, yes. Again, outside the pocket. Thing of beauty. Simple high-low. Get there a bunch of different ways. Again, 0 showing up all over the place. Love that number. No to the flat, yes to the corner. You can see the over coming as well with the mailbox. There it is. That's a nice window. Again, always love the red zone windows because of the little bit more tight, condensed, real Sunday-ish throws. But being able to do that in the red area, such a threat running the ball. Haven't even shown him running the ball yet, but makes people miss. Explosive. Just such a weapon out on the edge. They do a great job with their sprint out game, moving the launch point. And we'll talk about maybe some areas of improvement for him within the pocket. But outside the pocket, doing this type of stuff, elite. Really special. Right on cue here, we got one of those ones where it's a combination of things. It's whether it's the timing of it, not trusting it, the combination of the routes, where he is with his landmark. I think all of the above. Loose with the ball. Ball comes out. And the ball's going to come out eventually. You do your best with the ball security, 2 hands, all those types of things. This looks like an iteration of just Y cross to me to 0. It's not there. You take an L up front at left guard and the ball's on the ground. Now, scheme-wise, I think it's always worth pointing out, where you're supposed to go with the ball. Down here at the bottom of the screen, this is a go and an out. So a bunch of different ways to do what I'm going to call the essence of this thing being Y cross here, or H cross, whatever this guy is for you. Right there, usually tethered with some sort of post curl on the backside. This is an out and a go. So normally you read this side first, whether it's 1 to 2 or A to 1, whatever you want. But right here, when you do this motion, this guy ends up kicking outside the out. So this is tough. Now normally this would be a great matchup for a one-on-one, but you have to win. So you're dead here. You've got this crosser eaten up by a better athlete. Nowhere to go with the ball. If anything, I think there are a handful of times in this game where he could just play faster from the pocket. Whether it's deciding to run, whether it's getting vertical, whether it's getting through it, this slot out is covered. Now you could throw it, perfect ball on the sideline, maybe for a contested out. That cross, covered. You could throw it. It'd be tough. It'd be tight. There's nowhere to go with the ball. Again, just for me, the pocket movement, would love to see his feet, the base kind of stay ready to throw. I feel like he gets twisted up a few times, does a little karaoke back there too. Just tough to throw the ball from within the pocket as fast as you want when your feet are all twisted up. And he's certainly a good enough athlete to be able to do better and get himself out of trouble. Now, you can't have your left guard take an L like that and get added on with a green dog. But he certainly could help within the pocket, at least delivering the ball on time throughout this game. Right here, it's a big move on the sideline. Again, a drop. I think the sun gets in his eyes here. Double move again outside with super aggressive corners. And we should have a better throw. That's the part about it. It's never just one thing. So again, that double move up top. Virginia Tech, for some reason, to me, maybe it's just the guys I played with that went to Virginia Tech. They were always aggressive corners on the back end. Double move. I mean, he's wide open, right? Mailbox. I think he makes this throw more difficult than it has to be. It's certainly a catchable ball, but it's also a fair catch. If he puts that thing another 10 yards out there, it's a walk-in touchdown. You know he has the arm strength to do it. Just the consistency of these down the field throws was wanting, because he hooks up on a few and he misses a few. This to me is a drop and a miss. They can be both. Again, you know, when he's going to run on the run here to throw, he could get downhill just a little bit more. He's almost crossing himself up. And it was just the lack of consistency with the ball control down the field, because he left a few touchdowns out there. Right here, he gets hit with a little corner blitz. They get jacked up with the protection. The first kind of evidence of how he can run and get vertical and has dynamic speed. Playmaker speed. Just a straight up, let's leave the defensive end. Thank you very much, left guard. Do your own thing. Let's double team the tackle. And let's let the defensive end run free. Don't worry. Seven's got you. Can't get him down. Arm tackle, runs through it, and then gets vertical. And then's got a wiggle. Like he's got an R2, L2, where he can really put kind of this like sideways kickstand down, going full speed. It's vertical, boom, boom. I mean, whew. It's unique for anybody who touches the ball. I mean, there are some runs. There's a run later, a counter where it's silly. But the vertical speed combined with the wiggle and kind of the lateral change of direction, elite with the ball in his hands. Elite. And a lot of fun to watch. Right here, all these throws kind of came in a 2-minute situation. This is just a speed out. Outside the numbers, little RPO gift access. You know, I don't think there's much of a gift about it, but I put it on here just to show the arm strength. A little penalty too always helps. But again, he's throwing a speed out up top. Now, when the technique of that DB has his rear to the sideline, you can get anything going out, but that's pretty close. I mean, that's a nice ball. If it's not right there, that's got the potential to be 6 the other way if he misses inside. Just really nice arm strength. Again, built into their system. Throwing that thing without the laces, it looks like. Just muscling it out there. Quick delivery. Really love it. Another one up top to the right. Little stop route. Again, put it on here. Accuracy, timing. Putting it on his shoulders here in this 2-minute drive before half to get the ball out. Super accurate. Gotten into a rhythm right here. All his cleats in the ground. Little 3/4. Again, I love these types of throws when there's any sort of anticipation coupled with the accuracy. So I'll pause this thing right at the top. All his cleats in the ground. He's going to throw it right there. That wide receiver is not close to stopping yet. There's the ball separated. He's still not turned around. And the ball's perfectly right up on his face. Thing of beauty. Now, when you watch the whole game, I think that there are elements, and I've already talked about him crossing himself up with his feet. He plays a little bit from his toes as well, which impacts the accuracy. But right here, all his cleats are in the ground. And when he goes to drive it, he really does consistently get all his cleats in the ground. Again, not coaching running backs there, but get out of his way, buddy. Make life easier for you. It's just a combination of all those things, but from the quarterback position, arm strength, accuracy, precision, up top, back shoulder fade. Now, I love this, a great throw. This is not easy footwork. Faking that RPO, coming around to your right and leaving that ball. I mean, they're just picking on the right side, doing them dirty. But again, you can see the footwork here. We're riding to the left, flipping around, all your cleats in the ground, throwing it on time. Look when he lets it go. I mean, they're even, hip to hip. He throws him open. That's a Sunday throw. Really, that's a Sunday drive. The out, the stop, the back shoulder, all to the right. thing of beauty. Smooth rhythm timing. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you want even more quarterback school content, longer videos, usually put out 3 to 4 a month over there on the Quarterback School Patreon community. The link is in the description. Get over there, check it out, support the channel. I appreciate it. And then if you want the best of the best as far as Quarterback School video content, check out the courses. Have a link to all of them in the description. We've got the RPO course, how to beat every coverage, pass protection. If you dig the channel, you will love the courses. Get over there, check them out. Let's keep the video going. All right, Malik Willis here, the next one. It's that short motion with the out down here, hiding the split. No to the out, yes to the little inside hook. Love the throw, the velocity, the pocket movement. Don't love the lower half. And just, it's the disconnection between the throwing base, being ready to go, super heel clicky. It works right here, but there's no reason to do that. And I think just cleaning up the lower half will add so much more consistency to some of the accuracy from the pocket. And certainly doable, but there are a number of throws where he kind of has his own thing going on within the pocket. Right here, I love the kind of feel of the pocket, the throw and the strike, the velocity going through the read 1 to 2. Lots of stuff to really like. I think it gets even better when the lower half catches up with the upper half as far as being locked in. Again, just getting himself in trouble. It works out here because there's a massive throwing lane, but love the velocity, love the accuracy there. Lots of good stuff. Down here, this is a big touchdown, big time run. Again, dynamic with his feet. Great runner. Love the finish right there. Get your feet up. We'll talk about this a little bit run game wise. My man Zero struggling. Just a little zone read lead. And really, I don't think the offensive line does him any help here. There's a bunch of different ways you can handle this. Now, in the run game, you got to make a decision. They've got 6-on-6 there in their run game, but we're getting pressure down here from the bottom, from the wide side. So that offensive line either needs to push this or just live with that outside edge pressure and keep it up the middle. Either way, you can't take an L in the B gap. So we'll see it from the backside. Fortunate right here that they get the right read and they get some poor tackling on the back end, but really it's just Willis being a dynamic athlete more than anything else. So let's talk run game here. This isn't run game school, but it's fun. The quarterbacks definitely got to know part of this, especially when we start talking quarterback run game. So he's exiting, right? He's coming back across this way. We'll talk about exactly what he's doing. So really it's 5, these 5 for the 5 most dangerous to the front side. We're zone reading, leaving him. So 0, when he comes across here, he's technically coming across looking for the first thing beyond that. Usually it's going to be outside of him. Usually. So what does that mean for the offensive line? It basically means everybody has the gap to their left. So we're here with this double team up here. Then we get this massive kind of A all the way back over here. Now, that's how it could work if they kept it in the box. There's a defender who isn't in here. So he's outside. Now, if they see the stacked coverage, so linebacker, other DB back here, you see somebody stacked like that, usually what you get is some variation of a push call. So now it pushes everybody back one. So now we're going all the way out here. We're really reaching, working through this all the way to the front side. Then we can leave the same guy. And when we go to lead block here, we've really got everybody blocked up. You can see here that they take an L on the front side in that B gap, and they don't block the guy who's leading up. They've got 2 guys going back to that backside B gap defender, the linebacker, that right tackle. See the right tackle blocking the same guy that the slicer's blocking? Not what you want. And taking an L in the B gap. So really fortunate right there that the defensive end crashes down. But this is just a dynamic run. And you can see what he does here. He sets it up. He gets outside, sets it wide. 1 step, kickstand, jump cut. There it is. Get vertical. And then 4 just doesn't have the length. Go knock him down. Watch it full speed. Really dynamic. And this is the type of stuff that, you definitely see translate to the next level. Red area. Just burst. Boom. Whew. Special. Really nice. Big time run. Next one down here, just another, there are things to like and there are things to be like, oh, Nelly. And this is a ho Nelly. This sucker's outside the outside white. This is like in the third row. Things that I like here before we talk about the accuracy. Look at him look off that middle field player. Now, I'm not sure he's really a middle field player, but that slight look to the left. But that thing is in the, third row, lands in the orange. It's a really bad throw when it lands outside the initial white. That lands outside the outside white, which I'm not even sure what that is. Was that like the players? You got the coach's box, the ref box. I mean, it's in the second row. The thing that got him in trouble here, watch his feet. Very rarely do you see the dreaded crossover. Backwards crossover. Unicornish right there. I mean, unless you're at the warning track, that's not what you want to be doing if you want to throw a consistent ball. I mean, there's no reason for it. Just step up, give your guy a shot, throw it inbounds. No history, never in history balls. That's a never in history ball. Again, he's hitching up into trouble and putting that thing into the snack bar. Watch out. So it's just obviously some inconsistencies down the field, but the arm strength is certainly there. But, whoa. Back to the good stuff. The quarterback run game. I mean, ridiculous. Ridiculous what he's able to do with the change of direction. Watch that, just boom. I mean, twice on him. Give it to him twice. I mean, I'm doing it a disservice talking about it. Love the 0x4 formation, so the tight end on top of the T is dead. They're running counter back to the open side, to the weak side. Really lead counter because the tailback. Get a log. I mean, the wrapper doesn't even do anything. Wait till I show you zero. Zero really, when I see guys do this, it really, really chaps me. I'm just a spectator. So he's got a spectator blocking for him as a lead blocker or the wrapper in the counter, and he can't get it done. So this is a pretty awesome run. Again, not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but because it is a quarterback run game, I think it's important. So this front side is basically all gap down backer, gap down backer. There's somebody there. Gap down, try to get all the way to the 3 technique. Gap hinge, we are kicking or logging right here because we get a wrong arm, come down, log this thing. So now 0, who is the wrapper, needs to come all the way around all this trash and wrap right here. And we get a lead blocker with the back. So lots of good stuff. This tackle should go right into his hip all the way back here. Should be a massive hole. They've got you by alignment. They just don't have the numbers on the back side. There it is. But 0 can't get through. The right guard allows too much penetration. 0 gets knocked off. But the thing that really chaps me about 0 is he just stops. So he's just like, oh, okay, now I'll watch. No, if I turn to the left and block anybody, I'll help him out. No one's tackling him, the first guy. Look at this move. I mean, look at the change of direction. Left, right. I mean, silly. That's impressive athleticism. Right here, another big throw down the field. Little, what I'm going to call a kind of an inside sluggo. Just foul ball. Way over the top. Misses it by, a couple yards for a touchdown pass. Now, there's a few things here. Let's first pay attention to the route from the slot. So he's going to come up and fake that kind of slant, go, nobody in the middle of the field. I mean, just a great beater out of this formation. I don't know what that coverage is. I'll have to let one of the defensive gurus tell me what that looks like, but that looks like they're going to get smoked in the middle of the field. Double move, got him. Everything but the throw. Now let's talk why the throw. And this to me is kind of the issue with this, watching this film. Unless you're in the quarterback room, you don't know for sure, but very rarely do you play fake, take 5, no hitch, throw double moves. Okay, so that's really hard to do. So there's almost no reason to do that. So fake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not take a hitch or a reset and try to throw it, 50 yards. It just doesn't make sense. You're not accurate. So instead, let's take a play fake, big ride, 3 and a hitch. And it times out almost identical, and you get more power, more consistency, better base. So somewhere there's a disconnect, whether that's what they're asking him to do. I would say it's poor scheme, or he's going rogue. It might be all of the above. This is a great throw. All of a sudden, it's not against the rules in football to throw back across your body. Love it. Great vision. You can see almost like points to the guy. Watch him point right there. Slow down. It's my man 0. He's not going to block, but he's going to find that soft spot. I'm being too tough on him. I have no idea. I love the number. But what I really love right here is we can take an L in the B gap at right tackle. Guy's got no chance to tackle him. We're throwing off platform, going to our right, using our vision, throwing a strike across our body. Just all sorts of great stuff. Just making plays. You can see the right tackle just take a massive L on the overset. Loses inside. No problem. But it's the vision. It's the off platform. It's the velocity of the throw. It's a lot of good stuff. But seemingly for every one of those, there was one where you're like, geez, this is one of those ones where just quite struggling with the time clock. He does kind of look like he looks around, like he almost takes a peek backside to see if there's anybody there, doesn't see anybody, and then kind of relaxes. Then the guy just comes and rakes the ball. So, no, does a nice job sorting it out right there. You can see right here, his eyes go down. He's looking around. Is there anybody around me, behind me? Right there. I mean, he looks behind him right there, right? He's looking behind him. Then he just like loses his mind and like chills. So again, he's got the like pocket savviness to peek around. You see the best guys do that. But then he just thinks he's by himself and the guy comes in and rakes it. And there were just too many of these pocket timing. You know, I wanted to see more precision from within the pocket, whether it be the accuracy down the field, whether it be the time clock. But certainly many times he just made plays. And that's a great thing when things break down. But this, you know, there really isn't something breaking down. There's no immediate pressure. Like, yeah, there might not be anybody open. I would say in a precision passing world, you'd be at the top of your drop, reset, check down. And yeah, the check down, there's a guy running with him, but that's the 3 technique. Like, just get it to the check down. And that's without knowing what the read is, whatever it is. That's a check down, just throw it to him. So again, win from the pocket. 1, 2, 3, when it's there. It's there. There's no immediate pass rush. That's turning a bad play with good coverage into a disaster. Tough. But they punt and get the ball on a muff right down here, and this happens. I can't tell you what this play is. This looks like they just drop them. Whether the defense isn't aligned correctly, but I couldn't even tell if this was an RPO or play action pass. I mean, it looks like a play action pass. Maybe not. I mean, nobody's driving off the ball at the line of scrimmage, right? But we're leaving someone in the B gap? I don't know. I can't tell you what's happening. I can tell you that Virginia Tech doesn't cover the sniffer on the left. He does a nice job finding him. And that counts the same as a 75-yard touchdown pass. Nice. Good vision. Take advantage of what's there. And then really to close this thing out, this is a 3rd and 8. Okay, let's go back and look at the situation here. 3rd and 8, ball's on the 38, 4 minutes left. Tie game. It's a big play. Ball gets hit in his hand. Could go to anybody. There's 4 Hokies around it. It goes right to their guy who goes up and makes a nice play, high pointing it. But this is living right. Again, to me, there's a time clock issue from within the pocket. Just, it's not there. It's not there. Check it down. Right there. You see the check down to the right? Our right? Not there, not there. Quicker, faster. You can see him like pump it. Like he wants to pull the trigger. He's not. He's hanging onto the ball. The ball gets hit. So the ball gets hit right there. I mean, mathematically, not great odds right there. Living right when that happens. living right. That's how you go get a big dub on the road. So again, some dynamic plays, some lucky plays, some not great plays, and then some really special splash plays. And the splash plays are exciting. Fired up to watch more of it. Get you some. So that is a wrap. Malik, Willis, hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a blast breaking it down. I'm excited to watch more Willis. So let me know what other games I should watch. And again, I appreciate these suggestions. Keep them coming, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.